Bill Barnwell from ESPN, from NFL Live, talking about Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, which one he thinks will go number one.
Shedeur Sanders is the more cerebral quarterback, the more polished quarterback. I think he's going to step in and be a better fit. But look at the Final Four of the NFL this year and the quarterbacks who are playing. Patrick Mahomes, a guy who you could have made those same criticisms of during his time in school, who refined that stuff with Andy Reid and turned into a superhero. Josh Allen at Wyoming, same thing. You go to the NFC side of things. Jalen Hurts, a more refined quarterback to me, but someone who still is a explosive player, part of the quarterback run game. And then you go to Washington and Jaden Daniels. Those are four guys who are explosive, great athletes, transcendent players in terms of what they do out of structure. I think Shedeur Sanders is great within structure, but with Cam Ward, I just think there's the ability out of structure that's going to really tantalize teams and maybe create the potential for more upside than you have with the Shedeur Sanders at the NFL level.
Let's welcome in Lance Reisland from the Plain Dealer, cleveland.com. Lance, both very true, and it'll divide teams as to which quarterback you prefer.
Well, I've been saying that his breakdown was exactly what I've said the last 3 weeks, and I couldn't agree with him more. Here's the thing that you get with Shedeur Sanders. You know what you're probably going to get. You know what the finished product's going to be. But what Cam Ward, that's exactly right. His out-of-structure stuff. Now, with some offensive coordinators, out-of-structure is not great. And if you're not a generational talent, out of structure is not a good thing. And you're right, those four guys you mentioned, they're elite players, both within structure and out of structure. Now, what people don't talk about with Mahomes and Allen is they do a lot within structure as well. But what you get now, if you don't have a generational talent, those are going to be mistakes. Those keep the play alive. We saw it this year with the Browns a little bit with Deshaun Watson. That can also be harmful to your offensive line, to your defense, to your run game. So there's a lot to be said about having a guy who's within structure and you know what you're going to get. Some coaches like that control. I think Stefanski's one of those guys. I agree. I think Cam Ward has a maybe a higher ceiling, but you know exactly what you're going to get with Shedeur Sanders, and he's not too far behind.
Yeah, and the thing that I would also say about Ward, there's a lower floor. So the risk, it's a risk-reward thing, and it depends on what you look at and what you like with Ward.